What's up guys, PippyDeed here, and welcome back to another Marvel Collector Corps unboxing. This theme is Spider-Man. Now you're probably wondering, Spider-Man again? We just had Spider-Man not too long ago. Well, you are right. However, the last one we had was Spider-Man as a whole, and this is specifically Spider-Man Homecoming, which is the movie that is going to be coming out in exactly 16 days from the day I'm recording this, and I am excited, guys. It looks like we might get the best version of Spider-Man we've had yet. We had Tobey Maguire back in the early 2000s. I was a fan of him, but then we had the Amazing Spider-Man, which was Andrew Garfield, and I loved him. I loved Andrew Garfield. People said the movies weren't that great. I can see why, but I just loved Andrew Garfield, and when it was announced that Marvel and Sony were having a deal, I was excited. But then when I heard that Andrew Garfield was no longer going to be Spider-Man, I was a little bit bummed out, because if I got to see Andrew Garfield on the screen with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, I would have lost it. It's kind of like if I ever got to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds together as Deadpool. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen either, but you can't have it all, I guess. So it is what it is. But yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, it comes out in 16 days. Tom Holland is the new Spider-Man. He was in Civil War. He was great, and it's looking like this movie is going to be good. So fingers crossed that it is, because I'm excited to see what Marvel can finally do with Spider-Man now that Sony decided, let's share. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get opening. And I'm actually recording in a different setup today, as you guys can see. I'm at my computer desk right now, and I don't have my camera girl to record what I'm taking out. So I'm going to try to do this with one hand, which is actually going to be pretty difficult. So I know it looks kind of weird right now, but there we go. Okay, now let me just open the box up. Okay, the first thing is obviously the patch and the pin. Also, the lighting might be a little bit bad, but I think I'm going to put this towards the light. Actually, there's glare on that. So we have Vulture as the patch. Vulture is actually going to be the villain in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie, and we've actually never seen Vulture. We've seen Green Goblin on screen like 87 times. We've seen Venom once, who's also going to be getting his own movie soon, which is pretty exciting. And I think today they announced that Carnage is going to be in that movie, so I'm really excited for that. And we've seen Sandman, and we've seen Doc Ock, we've seen Rhino, kind of. We've seen the Lizard, but this is the first time we're going to be seeing the Vulture. And not only is the Vulture going to be in the movie, but Michael Keaton is going to be playing him, and he's a really good actor. So another reason to go watch Spider-Man Homecoming. But yeah, the pin over here, it's got Spider-Man on it. Really nice, just Spider-Man logo pretty much, if you can see it right there. I'm trying to wait for it to zoom on, but it doesn't look like it will. Oh, there it kind of did. Oops. Okay, so we'll put those two to the side. I don't have that much room either, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Luckily, though, this box isn't that big, so I don't have to clear out my whole screen, TV, and stuff like that, because that would be a mess. We have this, which we're not going to look at yet, because that's going to spoil it. We have a comic over here, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. It's obviously a Funko variant edition. It's got Spider-Man on top of a roof, about to shoot his web at the Vulture right there, who's got like a mechanical suit, and I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to have in the movie. So another comic that we can add to the collection. The next thing I take out is a shirt, and it's actually a Town School of well, we can't read the whole thing, but School of Science and Technology. Obviously, Spider-Man is a teenager in this movie. Well, he was a teenager in the other movies as well. I'm just going to put this to the side a little bit. I don't know how well you guys can see. Probably not at all, but don't worry. You'll get a look at it soon. He was a teenager in the movies, but this time he actually looks like a teenager. And obviously, Spider-Man is good with science and all that stuff. But yeah, we have the shirt over here now. We have Midtown School of Science and Technology, established in 1962. Now, usually I take these movies to the movie when I go see it. However, I don't really think I'm going to take this one, because unless you're a die-hard Spider-Man fan, I don't think you'll understand it. So I will take another shirt that has Spider-Man on it, and I have a bunch. So you guys know that Spider-Man's my favorite hero, so I don't even have to talk about that. But still a really cool shirt, and for those big Spider-Man fans, they'll get that. The next thing over here is a small little box, and it looks like it's a bobblehead over here. Vulture is on this mystery mini, Spider-Man Homecoming. Very neat. I wanted to say nice, but I wanted to say neat. I ended up saying night. Which it actually almost is night. It's 7 o'clock right now, and we're losing sun very quickly. But yeah, we have another one over here. Mystery Mini Spider-Man with the homemade suit, man. I really love the design of the homemade suit. Obviously, it's going to be the suit that he uses in the movie for a little bit until Iron Man gives him his own suit. But I'm really interested in buying the Funko Pop with Spider-Man. I'm actually going to buy all of them, I think. Him without his suit, him with the Iron Man suit, well, not the Iron Man suit, but the Iron Man Spider-Man suit, him with the homemade suit, him with the homemade suit and without the cap. They have so many different editions. It's smart thinking on Funko Spar. They can make a lot of money off that, and I'm going to be one of those people that buys them all because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I'm really excited for this movie. Oops. Speaking of Funko Pops, it looks like we have one inside over here, and look who we have here. Spider-Man Homecoming. It's just Spider-Man with his arms out. Oh, this is awesome, man. Exclusive Marvel Collector Corps, and here are the other editions that I was just talking about. That's interesting. So there's actually a Walmart exclusive as well, which I'm going to look into getting. I don't think it's featured on here. We have Tony Stark. We have Peter Parker. Obviously, that's done without the suits. We have Vulture and Spider-Man with his homemade suit. There's actually other editions as well that they didn't include in there that are like exclusives to every store. But by the looks of it, that is pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to set everything up. We're going to review what we got, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at this thing over here, which is going to kind of, well, not spoil it anymore, but we're going to get into detail on the facts about Okay, guys, we have set everything up, and let's quickly review what we have. So we have the Spider-Man comic over here. We have the Funko Pop with Spider-Man with his suit that he got designed from Iron Man in the movie, and he's got his arms stretched out. We have the box, of course, that has Spider-Man on it. At first glance, it kind of doesn't look like Spider-Man, but if you knew about the movie, you'd know that that's him in his homemade suit, which is also in this mystery mini that we got over here alongside the Vulture. We also have the Vulture patch over here and the Spider-Man pin. So let's quickly get some facts. Oh yeah, and the shirt. The Midtown High School of Science and Technology, established in 1962. So let's take a quick look at the facts of this. So the mystery minis, there's 2 of 4 apparently, and they're only Collector Corp subscribers get these, I think. So there's also a chance of getting Shocker, who's also going to be in the movie. That is not something we've heard too much about and should be interesting. Obviously he's going to be like a side villain. Vulture's the main one, but still. The shirt, it's a reference to Spider-Man's first appearance in the comics, because the school was established in 1962. The comic has it's a bunch of team-ups apparently with villains and stuff like that, so that is in the comic. I'm actually going to start reading these one day that if the power ever goes out, I have a lot to read because we have a bunch of these at this point. The patch and the pin, I just said that. They have Vulture and Spider-Man. The Spider-Man design they chose is in reference to the web shooter hologram that he has, and I think we actually got to see that in Civil War, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was in one of the trailers for the movie. It actually may have been one of the trailers, but yeah, that is in reference to that. And of course, Vulture. Then we have the Funko Pop, who I just talked about, the suit designed by Iron Man. That's going to be explained more in the movie. And that is pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching my Marvel Collector Corps unboxing for Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm so excited for this movie. Comes out sometime soon, and I really hope they get it right this time because I am not a big fan of Sony's movies, but I have a good feeling about this one, that now they're partnered with Marvel. Hopefully it means great things to come. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.